We're live.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
everybody. Happy Wine Wednesday. Cheers.
Happy Wednesday.
I'm pouring.
Happy Wednesday. Oh, look at that. Empty glass. That's the best way to start and end a Wine Wednesday, with an empty glass. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Garrett, co-founder of dVIN Labs. I've been, quick background, I've been in the wine and tech business for my whole career. I started a tech company in my early 20s, sold it and dumped it all into a vineyard and a winery in Argentina. And for the last 20 years, I've been kind of doing both. I spend a lot of time on the wine side, working with wineries all over the world on finance, tech, M&A. And I also work a lot in tech. I've built a bunch of different tech apps in the wine business, a lot of tech installations. And most recently, in 2021, with these two lovely people, started dVIN Labs, which at the time was Club dVIN. Started off as a experiment, a working group, and then became an NFT club, and then became a company, and then became a protocol. And most recently, we launched a token. So we're really excited. Our goal is to tokenize the wine world. We are on a path to tokenize $100 million worth of wine in 2025. So super excited. Thanks for coming to Wine Wednesday, Wine and Web3, and we'll go from there. Who's up next?
Well,
I'll go.
I just want to jump in and say it's interesting that the way you kind of explained the evolution of dVIN to where we are today. You know, Samsung started out as a grocery store. So where are we going to end up? Anyway, go ahead, Rodolfo.
Well, there's a Nintendo story. Wasn't Nintendo like
face cream or something, I think.
Yeah, face cream.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe that wasn't Nintendo, but there was another big one that was a face cream. So if anyone knows.
Anyways, who knows what will be next year?
Hopefully we won't revert to like Sam's Corner store.
Sometimes I wouldn't mind.
Selling
Yeah.
wine, at least.
That's for
Sometimes
sure.
when I'm in Discord, I think maybe I should have a Sam's Corner store.
That being said, I love our Discord community. My name is Rodolfo Narati. I am also one of the co-founders. My previous life was in, believe it or not, sort of in the think tank and academic world. I pivoted hard to the wine industry, particularly the cross-section of wine and innovation. I have had a chain of wine retail boutiques, as well as an import wholesale company, and then cross paths with these wild cards to hopefully redefine the industry on a much, much, much grander systemic scale. You like that? Systemic?
Yeah, that's not technically Rodolfo. You and I have known one another for 20 years now.
This is true.
Neither of us had gray hair.
I may have had a couple, but certainly not the majority, which is why I tend to blend into most backgrounds, as you guys have noticed. Whenever I pick a background or use blurring, the computer doesn't know where I begin.
Honestly, Rodolfo, sometimes I don't know where you begin.
I know. I'm wondering if AI will help me with that, or if it'll just finally just do me in.
Sometimes on Wine Wednesday, I don't know where you end, and I think that's probably the.
That's a cue. That's a cue. That's a cue right there. But it's true. Dave, I've known Dave since 2007, which is nearly 20 years. So I'll leave it to the spring chicken in the group, which clearly is Jana.
I was in high school when you guys met, so
Jesus Christ.
We'll start there. Oh, God. It also means, of course, I don't have nearly the amount of experience that these guys have. But I will tell you, my background is, well, first of all, I'm Jana. You guys might know me as the wine girl on social media. I have a long history of wine, not as long as Rodolfo and Dave, as we've learned. But my initial education was really deep into wine. So I started out studying to be a sommelier in Toronto, and then I decided to switch over and do less of a restaurant floor sales kind of education and focus, and switch over to the WSET program, where I now hold a diploma. I wrote my thesis on climate change and winemaking, and I started my own brand, The Wine Girl, which I had the pleasure of traveling all over the world and doing wine communication for some of the biggest brands out there, some of the biggest and most well-known wineries. That was a lot of fun. But now I've gone down the blockchain rabbit hole, and I see, a lot of potential, obviously, for how blockchain and smart contracts can solve a lot of kind of otherwise unsolvable problems in the wine industry, and really just
100%.
help with efficiency and cut back a lot of the fees. Like the first glass of wine in every bottle goes to like the bank, guys, mostly the bank. But you can look at our white paper and our deck to learn all that stuff. So that's my background. Been working with dVIN Labs as one of the co-founders since 21. So, hi.
That's a great analogy, actually, Jana. Wow, that's powerful. I mean, not just for fees, but like to think, wow, that last 25% of the wine, in that bottle, that's what the winemaker is going to get if they're lucky. That's sobering. Which is why I'm drinking nothing but the finest tequila. Reposado.
Jana, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a 2018 Chablis, and I'm drinking this because, so this is actually the personal reserve. I got this. I'm trying to remember where I got this. I got this, I think, when I was doing my diploma studies. I had to buy lots and lots of wine and test myself because it was COVID and I couldn't go and do all of the tasting seminars that I wanted to do, where you would usually do with your class in school. So I unfortunately had to buy all this wine that I still
and drink on your own.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a 2018 Chablis Premier Cru from the winemaker's personal reserve. It's very good. I was actually asking our wine guy what he knows about it, and getting some pretty interesting tasting notes and things like that. And I was kind of comparing them to my professional opinion, and nailed it. He nailed it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If you guys haven't had a chance to test
this guy's sharp.
He's sharp. What are you drinking, Dave?
I'm drinking a Ribera, also 2018 Viña Mayol. It's like it's a solid Wednesday night wine. I really like it. My wife made Italian wedding soup. Have you ever had Italian wedding soup?
No.
Super, super yummy. It's got pasta and meatballs and vegetables, and it's really, really good. And
nobody in Italy has had it either, but the name sounds good.
Maybe
it sounds delicious.
But I asked wine guy what to drink with it, and I kind of gave some options, and wine guy said this. So I haven't actually had the soup yet because it's still only 5 o'clock. But I'm prepping with my Ribera.
Well, I wanted to say I'm drinking this. I started and I didn't finish my sentence. So I'm drinking this because I was in Paris for the weekend, and I was, what do you do in Paris? You eat and drink, especially it was raining all weekend. It was the most amazing weekend that was super cozy. So just basically ate and drank my way through Paris. And I made a point of drinking Burgundy this weekend. And I was telling Dave a little bit about my opinions and what really stood out and what was great, but I maybe was like less excited about some of the things that I initially thought were going to be better, and that happens in Burgundy.
Sure does.
I'm staying on the Burgundy train tonight with the Chablis, but basically what I was saying was, and Ehab, if you're listening, we've got to taste some more wines together. Shout out to Ehab, maybe our biggest Burgundy fan in our club membership.
And no doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Very, very, very well connected in Burgundy as well. I was drinking. I had a Meursault. I had 2 Chassagne Montrachet. So I had one white and one red, and I had the Meursault. And so it was interesting because the two whites blew me away. And I always think the whites, they stand out, like value for money. Rodolfo, I want to know what you think about this. It's a lot more difficult unless you're spending a fortune. And even if you do spend a fortune on Burgundy, you can be often let down, right? It's like to get that ethereal experience that everybody talks about, that eHub talks about, like the whites pretty much always banging.
It's it can be a minefield, but certainly when you nail it, hopefully not the mine, but the wine. When you nail it, it is arguably the world's greatest wine, and this is why people are willing to navigate the minefield just for a lifetime often, because those bottles of great Burgundy, particularly the reds, as they can be even more, I don't know what the word for it is, elusive maybe, but they get etched into your brain. That's not to say that great white Burgundy isn't just as costly as, if not more costly than red. But it sounds like Jenna had a good time. I would have loved to join for that.
But you
part.
couldn't, Rodolfo, because you were in Miami for Basel.
I was in Miami for Basel we did an event with Solana for a product showcase product showcase with them, and that was great fun. Met a lot of interesting people, got to show off the tech and have some cool conversations, and always valuable insights from people in the community who are power users. So
nice.
And who's going to complain about not me? I mean, me in particular. I escaped Boston, which, even though it's had an absolutely glorious fall, in the last few days it has rained, but it hasn't literally in probably 3 months. So
you look
it was a welcome break. Can you tell from the color?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't know. I feel like you might burn easily.
I do. Yep. Char.
Hey, one thing, now that you're back in Boston, I don't know if they put up the tree yet, but you know that the big Christmas tree in Boston comes from my hometown, Halifax, every year. We send you a Christmas tree, the biggest one that we can find every year, as a thank you for helping Halifax after the Halifax explosion in
1924.
1912, maybe? No.
I thought it was 1924.
Earlier than that. 1911? Somebody fact check that. Anyways, you're welcome. And thank you.
Thank you. Do you know where in Boston we place it?
I don't know.
I'll have to double check.
Into Boston, but somewhere in a main square.
I'm going to guess that it's, Harvard Yard or something, or Boston Commons. It's probably Boston Commons, right?
Faneuil Hall area, I would imagine. Yeah. The one that's in our living room, I think may compete. I had to hack off the part of the top so that it wouldn't puncture the ceiling.
Chevy Chase vibes.
Am I the only one that hasn't set up a Christmas tree yet?
Yeah. I did mine last Wednesday after Wine Wednesday.
Yeah, we're gonna do it this weekend. We're just we're busy. We're busy people.
Okay.
We got a lot going on.
Calm down.
Barcelona time.
Yeah. Something like that.
Dave, you can't be too busy for Christmas. All right. Jeez. Grinch.
What's everybody doing for the holidays?
Well, Dave just asked about that because he's
let's do that. We'll do a special holiday edition next week.
Sounds good.
Dave just wants everyone to know that he's got really cool plans, and
I do. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I'm going to Bordeaux for Christmas. So
we're jealous. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about dVIN.
Let's talk about dVIN stuff. So first and foremost, I know that there's a bunch of people out there that are asking, because we had talked. We had originally intention to do our airdrop around the time of our token drop in September. And then that wasn't right. Didn't work. Didn't work with a lot of things. So we decided that we were going to put that off and do it in December. And now that it's December, a lot of people are asking. And honestly, it's not the right time. And you guys can put that all on me. It's my fault. Don't blame any of these guys. But you know, we've been kind of really thinking about strategy. We've been spending a lot of time with our advisors, with investors, with friends in the industry. You know, the last few months has been not just crazy for the Web3 world, as everyone has seen, if you're looking at charts, but also really crazy for us. We've learned an awful lot about tokenomics in the last couple of months. We've learned a lot about what people think about our token and what it's for. We've been spending a lot of time thinking about what we're going to do in the short term, what we're going to do in the medium term, and what we're going to do in the long term. And we have some big announcements that are coming. You're going to see a couple of those things today, but we're just not ready to do the airdrops until we're ready to launch some of these other programs. And you know, I apologize. I know that we've and again, please accept my apologies, and just know that our apologies, but we just didn't know. You know, there are some things that we knew and we could plan for, and there are some things that we couldn't. And right now, everybody that participated in the seller challenge, all the mad lads out there, everybody that has an airdrop coming, it's still coming. We've got it. All the wine for the mad lads is sitting in a warehouse in Bordeaux. We've done the snapshot for all of the points program for the seller challenge. That's all coming. You're just gonna have to give us a little more time, and we'll try to keep everybody up to date. I wish I could give you a solid date today. I can't. But just know we're all working really hard. We're doing a lot of things. We're launching a lot of things. We're building a lot of things. We're working with a lot of partners, and we've got really exciting things coming. So give us a little bit more time.
If I may, because the timing is uncanny, just early this morning, for the Mad Lads on Discord, I shared some images which show the pallets upon pallets of champagne, as well as a sample bottle, all staged in a corner. So that is in a very, very safe place where there's also the ability to adhere your label to those bottles. So all this stuff is very real. It just needs to come together. That's all.
And be nice. Jesus. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to call it out. Like, there is a little bit of entitlement going on in the Discord.
Yay.
And seriously, guys, relax. We're giving you great free stuff. If you want to keep calling us out and being nasty, that's not helpful. It's not helpful. Anyway, I feel like Raul. Raul.
Yeah, you're channeling Raul.
Raul. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Fair enough. Okay.
So yeah, give us a break, guys. We're working for you. Okay. And it's better for everybody if we do this at the right time. If we do this at the wrong time, like there's no value in that. So let's just give us a break.
All true. True.
Cool.
So let's get on and let's talk about the fun stuff that's coming.
Well, hang on.
Who wants to go first? Oh, you got.
Okay, Rodolfo, you go first.
Sure.
If you don't mind.
No, I mean, journalism, the wild.
Do you want me to set it up, Rodolfo, and then you can do the demo?
Oops, sorry.
Ooh, do a setup. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I have
I'll set it up while you're putting it together. So, back when we were almost a year ago, as we were kind of putting together our token launch, a bunch of our partners came to us and asked how they could help. One of our oldest partners is a negociant based in Bordeaux who deals in some of the most rare collectible investment grade wines in the world. We've been working with them for a very long time. They're one of the top negociants in Bordeaux, and they're just close friends of ours and big believers in the company, investors in the company, big believers in dVIN, have been making, not making introductions. A lot of the wines that we put on the platform. Say it again.
I said, in order for me to share, it's asking me to restart the platform. So I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. A lot of the wine that, if you're a dVIN member, that you've been purchasing off the platform over the course of the last, I don't know, call it 3 years, has been sourced. A lot of the relationships with the winemakers have come from this close friend. And when we said we're launching the token, and we've got and we're excited about it, and we kind of laid out our long-term plan, they came to us and said, "Well, how can we help?" And we devised this idea with them to create. At the time, it was just a rewards platform. We were going to put a little bit of wine on a platform where people could use the VIN from the airdrop to purchase that wine. It provides a really great utility for VinCoin. It provides a really interesting way to create an economic cycle with it. And so they got excited about it. We got excited about it. And the idea was that in the beginning, it's a platform for people with VinCoin to be able to exclusively buy some of the most rare investment grade, impossible to find wines in the world using their VinCoin. But over time, the idea for that, as it's progressed, and as we've sort of worked with them to build this out, over time, that's going to really migrate to be their primary platform for selling wine in the world. So it's kind of a sneak peek at maybe the future of wine futures, and the future of purchasing investment grade wine, all built on the dVIN protocol, and using digital corks and tasting tokens, and obviously every bottle has VinCoin attached to it. So it's pretty exciting. We've been working on it for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months. We're very, very closely with our partner, and it's very, very close to being ready to launch. So, Rodolfo, are you able to share your screen and show? All right,
Sure
I'm
can.
going to show up, and Rodolfo, this has been Rodolfo's baby. He's been like working really hard on it. This is a unique thing, never been done before.
So delighted to show you guys Wrecked Wine. I'm gonna share my screen. There may be some verifications messages as I sign in, etc., that don't show up on the screen that you see, and I think that's intentional. But otherwise, you'll be seeing everything. So let me turn that on.
Cool. I feel like there needs to be a drum roll.
I think I can do a drum roll.
Oh yeah, Dave, and like fireworks.
Hold on. I think I can do a drum roll. Don't I have access to?
If not,
And do you see that?
yes, I can see it.
Okay, so we are at
Boom. Yeah.
this is oops.
Well, now he's just warming up. So
Okay, now.
Yep.
Very
now I need to feel like I need to be projectiled from a cannon, but that's all right.
Hey,
So
background. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
you know me. I think I also tweaked it slightly so I don't blend in as much. So this is wreckedwine.com, and Dave, I think did it a good intro. Just a quick disclaimer: we're still in mainnet in pre-prod, so this is not a final version yet. But when you land here, sorry, I'm going to face away from the camera so I can navigate. But you'll see, like we said, it's the place to buy, sell, trade tokenized wines with VIN, and ultimately also USD and Euro. So the whole collection is here. as well as different ways to navigate it, like the most popular and what has been most recently added. But the first step always is get in there, sign in, and as we have shown you before, we're big fans of giving you a chance to get in there with your wallet, which would either be Phantom or Backpack, or to abstract out the Web3 a little bit and just get in there with your phone number, and it's magic from there.
Oh
So
my God. I think you need to narrate like a nature show. This is
a bit, right?
highly
Like David Attenborough. Maybe they'll call me sir, but
Oh my
I don't have any
Unlikely.
claim to. Unlikely. Thank you, Dave. I don't have any claim to any of the Commonwealth countries. It's more of a technicality than it is a reputation thing. So I'm authenticating my wallet. It's actually showing it. That's weird. All right. So hopefully it didn't show my password. So
No, it didn't.
Good.
Abstracted it out.
That is smart enough. So if you go to view collection.
And just so everybody knows, these are dummy wines for right now. Dummy wines and dummy prices. So don't think that you're going to be in there, buying Vega Sicilia for $6.
Yes, dummy wines, dummy prices, some of which you can even tell from the fact that, I'm not fortunate enough to be a mad lad, and that is not my mad lad. But so anyway, you can see all the digital corks, which when you land here, you'll have the opportunity to buy outright, to either place an offer for, or if an offer has been placed on a wine that you listed, to accept or decline an offer. So I'm trying to see.
So you can
here.
list your own digital corks. Cool. Tell us about that.
So first things first, this will be preloaded with over €1 million worth of wine, which
will drip out over time. It won't start with $1 million. Yeah.
No.
But we have $1 million worth of wine to put on the platform.
Yeah. Or you can. So the first thing you could do is come in here and be like, wait a minute, that high wheeler is looking mighty attractive. Certainly will never be 125 VIN, but you could go in there and make an offer for it if somebody else has posted it. And it's all rather quite intuitive. You just, depending on what they asked for and what you think is fair to pay for it, you can make an offer. You can decide how long you want that offer to be valid for. It'll always tell you the conversion of VIN to USD or Euro, whichever you choose. Accept the relevant permissions. You submit an offer. Now, if you're seeing this because
because we're on a demo site.
Yeah.
Also, just one important thing to know, and sorry to interrupt you, Rodolfo,
No.
is you want to click the link below that, or there you go. One important thing to know is that when you do list your wines, all wines, the actual transaction happens in VinCoin, but the pricing is always going to be in USD or euros. So if you buy a wine, you're paying in VinCoin, but it's priced in euros or dollars. If you sell a bottle, you're selling it in euros or dollars, but the actual transaction is happening in VinCoin. So just an important thing a distinction to remember right now. That's a little switch from what you see on the screen.
Yeah. And all that red stuff you saw, that's just a function of it not being finished yet. And it just asked me to authorize, which I did. Boom, offer submitted. And the rightful owner of this, once they accept or decline, the bottle could be yours. or not if you bid too low. So here we can go to the item and I can see what I did, which tells me that I placed an offer, how much I placed an offer for, when, and how long it's valid. I could cancel it if I change my mind. And you can see the provenance on the bottle, all the activity that has happened.
That's very cool. So
Now, obviously, some of this activity dates back a little.
Sorry, Rodolfo,
Yeah.
do you want to just quickly explain why provenance is so cool? And like,
yes, because one of the things that we're obviously trying to solve for since day one is chain of custody and provenance, and I think chain of custody and provenance here are sort of being conflated intentionally just for simplicity, but it's in essence, you can tell every and all movements about this wine with full transparency, and you,
which means,
Jana, yeah.
I just want to, sorry, I'm going to try and
Yeah.
speed this up just a tiny bit, Rodolfo, sorry.
Yeah.
So also means that when I'm listing a wine, it's better if I haven't, like if I've got digital corks, I've been collecting and buying wines through the platform for maybe 3 years. If I want to list a wine, it's only going to allow me to list a wine that I haven't taken possession of, right? So it's an incentive if you're buying these wines through the platform as an investment and you want to take possession of it, you're not going to be able to list that on this marketplace, right? Because then the provenance is not trusted anymore. So the wine needs to stay within a trusted custodian, right, Dave?
That's exactly right. So these wines, all the wines that are going to be on the platform when it launches, are with our partner Negociant in Bordeaux, and they will all be stored at Bordeaux City Bond, along with all of the wines that we've been. This is our same partner that we've been working with for 3 years. So these wines will be stored at Bordeaux City Bond in one of the biggest, most secure, most temperature controlled, humidity controlled, like best wine storage facilities on the planet. As soon as you have the bottle shipped to you, it can no longer be traded. But as long as that bottle is at Bordeaux City Bond, you can trade it on the platform. You can sell it to someone else. They can buy it. They can sell it back to you, or they can sell it to anybody else. And these wines can be traded for that time. Now, what can also be put on the platform are wines that are futures. So we're working with a bunch of different wineries that are interested in selling wines that, for example, because of either custom or local regulation, they're not allowed to ship for a certain period of time. Like in Barolo, you're not allowed to ship a wine until it's been aged in the barrel for 4 years and aged in the bottle for 4 years. So while that bottle is still at the winery, you can buy the future, which means that you can't have it shipped yet, but you can still trade that bottle while it's safely stored at the winery. And so what we've done with dVIN protocols, we've made a distinction for every bottle that is stored with what we call a trusted custodian. And that trusted custodian can be a winemaker, can be Bordeaux City Bond, can be London City Bond, can be any number of different trusted custodians. As long as the bottle is with a trusted custodian, you can trade it and it can be on the platform. And that's the difference between what we do and what kind of anybody else does. And also is why you can trust the wine that's traded on the platform to be authentic and verified and stored and transported correctly.
Yeah,
for sure. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I know Jana is likely dying to.
No, I've had a quarter of a bottle of wine, and if I have to do my demo, then no.
Yes.
Also, the
yes.
guy in his underpants stomping on the grapes the whole time. It's on a loop, and I'm.
Also, just bear in mind this is the first of many platforms. We're working with partners all over the planet to have, whether it's a marketplace or a trading platform in all kinds of different places. It's going to be really exciting. We're really close. We wanted to show you this because we're really close to launching. It's not quite ready yet, which is one of the reasons that we're not quite ready to do the airdrop yet. But it's all coming soon. If you're a dVIN member or a token holder, you'll probably get access early. And we're trying to get that done as soon as possible. So we'll probably have a few weeks where it's really just our dVIN members or close friends or people that we've known for a long time that'll be able to get on and trade. Friend membership comes with perks. And one of those perks is you'll be able to get kind of early access to some of these kind of amazing investment grade, like really rare wines that you just wouldn't be able to buy anywhere else
at really appealing prices and with that very convenient ability to separate the physical asset from the digital one. And here you're just seeing some of the trailing. I moved the animation, Jana, so that you could manage the drinking and the focus. But you can also accept an offer, reject an offer. You could choose to list the item again. So there's a lot of functionality that I'm not going to get to. In the interest of time, we're approaching the 40-minute mark, so I'm going to stop. But I wanted to, for once, be the one to play with the alpha.
Well,
very nice, Rodolfo. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rodolfo, and looks awesome. Great work. Great work. Amazing. And wow. He can never do just one. All right. I am going to take over the screen share. Hold on.
Do you want me to do the setup?
Do the setup, Dave. No, go for it.
Okay. Setup is really simple. So, Seller Challenge was our way to get the first few thousand people excited about dVIN protocol, excited about VinCoin, working on the platform, tokenizing wine, bringing people on, opening bottles, sharing tasting tokens. It was amazing. But what we found was that it was just a little bit too complicated for most kind of regular degens to participate in. So what it did is, while it got a lot of people really excited, and we're super, super grateful for all of those people, it didn't get us enough people so that we could have a kind of a wide and broad airdrop when we're ready for the launch of VinCoin. And so we partnered with this kind of great new company. We'll tell you all about it, probably not today, but at some point in the future. Fantastic company that does these really kind of amazing loyalty /quest /whatever. Just a really great way to get people, to reward people for being introduced to what you do and to get engaged with the community. And this community building platform, Jana's been working on for a couple of months now. It's again also really close to being ready to launch. And the idea around this is not only to solidify the rewards for our Seller Challenge folks, but also it's a way for us to find every wine lover in every Solana community around the world. So I'll stop there and go ahead, Chen.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so welcome to dVIN Earn. Thanks for the great setup, Dave. That was wonderful. I am not going to connect my wallet up here in the top right-hand corner. That's what you would obviously usually have to do to participate. I'm not going to do it because I've been testing it today and a lot of the tasks have been completed for me, so you wouldn't see them. So I'm just going to go through it like this and give you guys a quick rundown. We have been so close to being ready to launch this for a while now. And we wanted to launch it last week. So I know a couple of our members were kind of keen and thought that we were going to be putting it out last week. These things tend to happen. We've improved it again. And so it's going to be going out 100% for sure on Friday this week. And we'll be sharing how you guys can get into it. I mean, if you want to get into it now, you can just visit earn.dvin.app. And it's going to take you straight into the platform. You're going to be able to play around, but right now it's in test mode. So you'll see here on the leaderboards, everyone's kind of got the same amount of points. What we're going to do is you can feel free to do whatever you want, play around in there, go through the whole kind of quest checklist. But we are going to wipe that clean and then relaunch it on Friday. So if you're not just getting in there to test it out and be curious, just remember, if you're in there today, we're going to delete your points. So I recommend, I recommend taking a look, but I'll show you here. So,
and by delete points, she doesn't mean points you've earned during the initial seller challenge.
Right. So, okay, exactly.
Those we've locked away.
Those are locked away. Don't you worry about that. All right. So you're going to come in, and as Dave said, the goal behind this is really to broaden the user base, really find all of those wine enthusiasts among the degens. I know you guys are out there, so we're looking for you. So the idea is you're going to come in here, you're going to do a few simple things to start racking up points really quick at the beginning. Simple, profile verifications, make sure that your wallet is connected, connect your social media. Those are the first things that you're going to see when you come into the points program initially. Now, this is going to be iterated all the time. So we're going to be constantly adding in different things. We're going to be eventually, like, I'll scroll down a little bit slowly here so you can see the kind of tasks that exist right now. This is really more of a setup phase of the points program. Eventually, similar to Seller Challenge, you're going to be rewarded for more of your wine activities. So the real wine fans will, be able to rack up XP similar to the Seller Challenge, but in an easier to use way. So things, for example, like holding a dVIN membership or holding a digital cork or a tasting token, those things will be rewarded in the future. But right now, this is really a setup phase. So you're going to be able to get in and rack up points really quick just for setting this up. So you'll see this is all the kind of things that a lot of our community members are already doing. So it's just going to be a really quick, almost like just going through a checklist and connecting, making sure that your email is verified and making sure you subscribed on YouTube and those kind of things. Cause we really need to or want to pump our social metrics, right? Especially beneficial for our VIN holders. If we want to be listed on the big central exchanges, then that's really going to help us out. So this is a way for you to help us, but in turn, us to really help you increase the value of VIN and I mean the value of everything that you've all been supporting from the beginning. So here we have the important part for our Seller Challenge participants. This is where we roll all of your points from Seller Challenge into this program. So what we're going to do, and there's going to be, you'll see here, these are locked for now. It's because I haven't connected my wallet, but as soon as you do the first connect your email task, things are going to unlock as you go. So in order to claim your Seller Challenge points, you're going to come in, and initially when you come into this program, the most important thing to remember is you are connecting a Solana wallet. All right. So you're going to be connecting your Solana wallet. And then since Seller Challenge was built on Ethereum, you're going to have to come in and actually connect or input the wallet address that you used for Seller Challenge. So you're going to be prompted to leave. You're going to open another tab, go into the old legacy app. So that's app.clubdvin.com. And then you're going to go in. We're going to make sure there's a tutorial linked here. This tutorial will be a really easy to follow rule. You'll go into your old dVIN account. You're just going to copy your wallet address from your profile account setting in the old app. And then you're just going to paste it in here. It's really easy. And that way we know which wallet to associate, which EVM wallet to associate with your Seller Challenge points. And we'll roll all of those into this points program for you. And then we'll have that active, we'll have that live for probably something like 4 weeks. And then once everybody's had the chance to get in and do that, we'll pay out those points, and then we'll wipe the
leaderboards, and we'll start from scratch.
We'll start from scratch so that there's, then everybody coming in from the Solana community that don't know about us already or are coming in for the first time, then the leaderboards will be more fair, and then you guys can really get in there and compete. But we definitely
the idea is to do it quarterly. Is that right, Jana? Kind of like Jupiter Rewards. Like every quarter we do a new thing. Yeah, great.
Exactly. Yeah. My wine glass is empty. Oh God.
I don't like that.
No. But that also means we're kind of at time. But yeah,
yes.
It's very simple. We've got a lot more things that you're not seeing here, even though these are all locked. There's a lot more things that are archived right now that we're going to start pushing live on a weekly, bi-weekly basis. Some of the things that are going to be really interesting to see, for example, especially for the Solana ecosystem, are partnerships. So for example, we have, and now this is a little alpha, we're going to be featured by one of the ecosystem, or one of the our kind of ecosystem partners within Solana on the 14th in an advent calendar kind of collaboration. So we're giving away something to that community, and they're going to post about this program. And then people will from this one Solana community that you'll probably see on the 14th come out, will be able to come in here, and when if they hold a membership to the community that they belong to, they're also going to get points. So it's not just dVIN members who are getting points for holding a dVIN club membership, but it will also be, for example, the Mad Lads or maybe Super Team or Monkey DAO. We're going to be rewarding all of those communities within the Solana ecosystem. And then eventually down the line, I don't know if it'll be in the first quarter of this earn platform, but certainly we're going to be having the communities actually compete with one another as well in here. So it's going to be a really fun kind of rivalry, I would say. So yeah, welcome to dVIN Earn. Again, you guys can get in there and play around now, earn.dvin.app, but points will be wiped and we will be restarting on Friday. So keep an eye on Twitter and of course all of our socials to see the updates on that and when it actually pushes live.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Cool.
All very good. Hey, we're over time as usual. So thank you all very much. We appreciate it. I forgot. I need to kind of do a thank you, Jana, for that wonderful earn thing. That's great.
Oh, and one more thing. Well, two more quick things, just two more shouts. We have to give a thank you. I had a great time on Monday night in Paris with Super Team France. We did a really cool Women in Web3 event. So big shout out to Super Team France. That was really great. We poured some champagne and we heard from a lot of really interesting builders and kind of movers and shakers in the Web3 space. That was cool. And on Friday, Dave was involved in a pretty cool Real Vision event. Dave, we didn't talk about that. So
didn't even talk about that.
Didn't even talk about it. Do you want to give a quick, like a 2-minute recap?
Yes. So last Friday, Real Vision had their Banana Zone learning event, where thousands and thousands of people showed up on Real Vision, and there was a whole bunch of speakers all day. And I think we were last, I don't know, but Raul Paul, the founder and CEO of Real Vision, and me, and Jack Burston, and Peter Douglas, the renowned winemaker from Australia. We all got on and talked for an hour about wine and tokenizing wine and wine clubs and how it was so cool. And at the end, we offered kind of an amazing package to Real Vision members. So if you're a Real Vision member, you should go and find the recording because you'll get a special link and a special code to buy two things. Not only an imperial of Banana Zone Coonawarra Cab, which is
6 liters.
Very cool, 6-liter bottle of wine, specifically made for the Banana Zone. Super fun, super interesting. Definitely a collector's item. Definitely an item that will be up on Wrecked Wine, and I'm sure the secondary market for sales for those are going to be through the roof. Not financial advice. And then the other thing that you get with with that special deal was a Genesis membership, and it ended up being like a 68% discount. So it was a really, really great deal. So if you are a Real Vision member, go find that recording, go find the link, and there's a special coupon code or a special redemption code that you need. But you should definitely go do that because there were only 250 bottles. We've sold quite a bit of them already. It's a very special Banana Zone thing, and we had a really good time on Friday night.
And if you don't have the coupon code, because I don't know where actually they would be able to get it, you've got to ask us probably, or I mean, Real Vision.
It's in the we put it in the video. It's in the video.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
And if you want to buy it without the discount, for anyone who's not in Real Vision, you can just go to clubdvin.com/OTL.
OTL. We'll put it in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all very much. Thanks Jana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Another wonderful Wine Wednesday. Thank you. Salute.
Go put up your Christmas tree.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your Italian Tuesday. Applause for an encore.
Goodbye.
Funny. That applause